right, welcome back live to Field Level. If that doesn't get you excited for game day, I don't know what else does. Maybe this would be the next best option. A live interview with Boise State Director of Athletics, Jeramiah Dickey. Jeremiah, we just heard from Taylon Green, and everyone talking about Taylon Green. What does the, call it, hype around an athlete like that at Boise State do for the university?
Oh, it's massive, you know, and this is the value of name, image, and likeness, you know. There are always positives if you look hard enough. And what Taylon is doing and how he's telling our story and how he represents us, not just on the field of play, but off. He's an amazing young man, and we're just grateful to have him.
You know, this is season 3, believe it or not, for you. I can't believe how fast time is flying by, but I'm gonna a pretty general question. How are you? You getting sleep these days? You are so hard at work. I know that Bronco Nation has your full support and vice versa, but how excited are you to kick off year number 3 at Boise State?
I am excited. I can't believe it's been 3 years and going into my 3rd season. It feels a lot longer, quite honestly. You know, yeah, this summer and this offseason's been a grind, so I'm excited to compete. You know, that's why we're in this business, and you know, I can't say enough about our team and, you know, Andy and how these guys have committed to the process, and we understand the standard of excellence that we're held accountable to, but then the team behind the team. You know, we did not have a traditional offseason, and that's been since I arrived here. Every summer, there are no breaks. We are going right into everything, and so it's nice for our staff to be able to experience something like this and the opportunities it provides us.
The home opener next week, UCF coming to town. I know you guys have set a record when it comes to, or at least increased the amount of season tickets that you have been able to sell from last year to this year. What can Bronco Nation expect when they step inside Albertsons Stadium a week from today against UCF?
Well, one, we still need to get some of these tickets out, and so I need Bronco Nation to embrace this, and I'm consistent. 6 games, 6 sellouts. I know now they're telling me 7 games because of the Mountain West Championship. Look, control what we can control. 6 games, 6 sellouts. You know, the goal, and I said this early on, I want the fan, every time they come to a game, every time we open a season, to see something different. So when you look at video boards and you look at the technology that and the grab and goes and concessions and the lights, you know, that's something that's impactful. You know, we are trying to convince our fan base, you're not going to get a better experience than when, you know, other than when you walk into that stadium. And I understand that we're competing with television and people saying it at home, but at the end of the day, our staff has been working really hard. We've improved the fan experience, and my hope is Bronco Nation sees that next Saturday.
You know, as long as we're talking about the blue, I saw something happen over in Nebraska. A lot of people did this week. Their volleyball team played a match inside their football stadium. They set a record with 90,000 people attending a women's sporting event. Is there any way we ever see something like that on the blue at Boise State? Absolutely.
When you look at what they did and how powerful was that? You know, it was something that we were talking about in the office, and unfortunately, this has been something we've been talking about for quite a while as we look to utilize the blue and Albertsons Stadium and monetize it in different ways. So you've seen concerts. You saw Battle of Boise this week. We would love to have, whether it's softball, whether it's volleyball, beach volleyball. We've even thrown out the idea of men's and women's tennis. You know, there are opportunities. We're going to take advantage of it. You saw it this week. We were, I believe, named by the USA Today, you know, the #1 fan attraction in the country. That's the power of the blue, and we're going to utilize it to the best of our ability.
I got to ask you about this before I let you go. I'm looking at the field. I see Pac-12 logos on it. Who knows if those will ever exist again? Realignment has been such a talking point, and I know you're a control what you can control type of guy. At this point in time, your thoughts on realignment and what do the Broncos control at this point?
Yeah, one, I always felt it was going to be a win-win for us. You know, there are a lot of moving pieces in terms of this realignment, and it changes by the day. Right, you know, a couple weeks ago we thought the Pac was going to survive, and there was this talk that they were going to have this meeting on Friday morning, and everything changed within hours. That's something that I try to do my best to stay ahead of and make sure that we're well positioned, and I believe we are. Cannot say enough great things about our commissioner. She's aggressive, and that's what we needed, and she is very much leading this charge, and I believe the future's extremely bright. You know, Jay, going through this process, I got tired of apologizing for who we are. we are Broncos. I'm proud of what we stand for. I'm proud of what we do within our community and how we serve. And that's something that I think all Bronco Nation should be proud of.
Jeremiah, we appreciate it. Joining us on the Bronco Roundup Game Day Show. Enjoy the season ahead. You're always so generous for stopping by and chatting with us, but have fun today, okay?
Thank you. Go Broncos.
Jeramiah Dickey, everybody, giving us the latest on realignment. How cool would that potentially be? Seeing an Olympic sport being played on the blue would be a lot of fun to see that one day.